So I've wanted to come back to the stage. I wanted to come back to the Broadway stage, and what better way to do it than to do a show that has all of Max Martin's hits.
Seriously.
This is exciting for me. I love to perform. I love musical theater, and this was like the perfect role for me at the perfect time.
Oh, it truly is. I mean, every song in here is a bop. It's a hit.
Pretty, pretty please, don't you ever feel like you're less than perfect.
And Juliet is gonna like keep your attention from the time the first person hits the stage until we leave for the bows. Even their bows make you feel like you want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? But, you know, I just feel like it's just the overall story of, you know, wanting to take control of your life. And, you know, in a transitional period in your life where you don't know where you're headed, but you know it's going to be great when you get there.
How would you define this next era of your life?
I don't really know where it's gonna be, but I know wherever it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna make sure of that. How about that?
You're amazing.
Come on, put your lipstick on. I walk this way through the fire.
I am definitely a huge fan of Max Martin. I mean, all of his hits from forever ago, I've just been, you know, a fan. And it's really cool to see how the songs work with the script. They did an amazing job with it, you know, and it's fun because obviously we know all the songs. And so, and to see how it plays into like what could be a real life situation.
So complicated, look how we all make it. Filled with so much hatred, such a tired game.
I was like really nervous at first because, you know, when you're singing, you know, another song written by somebody else for, you know, an artist, like to me, I always say I'm an alto, you know, I'm an alto tenor. And, you know, it's a lot of songs around here that got sopranos in it. So I had to buckle down with my vocal coach and really just, you know, so I can take it to where it needs to go. My hand was shaking this morning before we did our performance for The View. Yeah. My hand was like literally like doing like this. I had to try to bring it back down because I didn't want everybody to see that my hand was shaking. But yeah, I mean, I think it's like that, at least for like the first couple weeks of the performance, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you want to make sure you show up and show out. That's why I say I want to show up, I want to show out. I want to conquer the day. That's what I tell my kids. We're going to conquer the day. And so that's what they were hyping me up before. And it was like, normally I'd say to them before they go to school, are you ready to conquer the day? And so my little girl, she just turned 6. Blaze, she's like, Mommy, are you ready to conquer the day? And I was like, yeah!
How important is this for you to show them doing something challenging, doing something different, and doing something that makes you nervous?
Well, I tell all of my kids, you know, fear equals failure to me. So you gotta beat fear. And so I think it's very important, like especially like Ace he's 9 and Blaze is 6, and I'm like, I tell them every day, you gotta push past your fear. We cannot let fear stop you. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you have a dream, you gotta make it happen. And like for me, when I was younger, I always wanted to do musical theater, like professionally. Because I did it in high school. I was in the performing arts program at Tri-Cities High School of Visual Performing Arts. Shout out to them. And I also was in the Youth Ensemble of Atlanta. So that's what we did, you know. And a lot of my friends from that time grew up to go and straight into Broadway. They've done, you know, big shows and all of that. And even though I was doing my own thing in music, it still was like that thing of, dang, I wish that I would have went after that dream, you know? And so now I feel like I am fulfilling a dream. Like if you were a musical theater kid, like performing arts kid, Broadway is like goals.
Of course.
That's like, I have to make it to Broadway and do it in a major way.
Yeah. And now you get your kiddos to be able to watch you too. I love that you're an open book. We love that about you. And you posted on Instagram about how important it is to show up for your family, for your business, for yourself.
Yeah.
How are you showing up for yourself right now, and how are you doing right now?
I'm doing good. Honestly, this show is really helping me, you know? Seriously, it is.
How?
Because it's making me refocus on me, you know what I mean? It's making me get back into working out and, you know, doing my vocal training, and it's giving me something to do, more importantly. You know, sometimes when you're going through stuff, you have to, like, you know, you put yourself into your work. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I put myself in, you know, in a headspace to where I have to show up and be my best self, you know? And then, of course, you know, like the other day I posted, the other day, it just, I guess, I was having a moment, but I'm thankful to you guys. I'm back to being my normal tourist self. I have my moments like everybody else where I get emotional, but then you snap out of it. Stop out of it and like, okay, I gotta be my best self. That's what it's about right now. Like Juliet. And Juliet has life after Romeo. That's what this whole show is about. When I first started going through what I'm going through right now, this opportunity came. And I thought about it and I was like, I'm gonna do it.
So this is, I mean, wow, like life imitating art, art imitating life, full circle. But that it's how much of, that's so beautiful, actually, pulling on your real life experiences for this and channeling it through Angelique. How healing is that, and how challenging is that?
It's both.
Yeah.
It's healing and it's challenging.
Oh, you're amazing. You got your daughter in New York with you?
Yes, Riley, actually, she's filming her show, The Next Gen, right now.
Yes.
So they're filming, and honestly, until I have my first performance, which is December 11th, I really didn't want to hang out. I don't want to be talking over loud music or going into places where I have to strain my voice at all.
Of course.
So I've been kind of chilling in the house, trying to buckle down, learn my lines. I've been, you know, in rehearsals. I talk to her all the time, but she's coming to my first show. Right now, she's like on a cash trip or something. And, but she'll be back for my show.
Any chance we could see some of this experience on the show? Cameras coming to the first show, you during rehearsals, or are you like, hey,
that
I'm
was
busy?
not planned. I mean, I will visit her while she's filming, but not my first show. Like, don't you stress me on the day of the first show. Like, no, ma'am.
I mean, this is live too, right? Like you're talking, it's a Broadway, huge audience.
Yeah, like I think
get
what
you.
people don't understand sometimes, especially because, you know, I live my life on reality TV for so long.
Of course.
They think everything I do is for the sake of a storyline. And I saw people posting that under a post that I had recently. Oh, you know, they're coming up with their storyline. I'm like, I'm not even on reality TV right now. Huh? Like right now, I'm really in the thick of this, and I'm really, you know, trying to go after a dream of really like taking this to the next level, being on stage, on Broadway, doing Anne Juliet. Like that's what I'm doing. This is not for anything else. It's 8 shows a week. And every show is like, I gotta be on. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a recorded version that they're gonna play while y'all sitting. No, we gotta be on point every day. You know what I mean? I want every person that comes to see this show while, you know, I'm a part of it, I want them to come and be blown away and feel good. I want them to feel good. I want them to get up and dance with us. I want them to sing with us. I tell anybody, you're not gonna be able to help but sing with us throughout the show. But if you want to get up and sing on every song, do that, because it's a feel-good show. And we all need something to make us feel good, especially during the holidays, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of brushed over it, but 8 shows a week.
Yeah.
That's no joke. How are you balancing showing up for 8 shows a week and everything you have going on in your personal life and your family and just taking care of yourself?
I just do it.
Focus on it, I guess.
It's as simple as that. I just do it. I mean, you know, when you have things that you love to do, and you want to do it well. And that's what I want to do it. I want to do it well. I want for people to, you know, even if they learn something from my experience, that I showed up and showed out every day. Like, that's what I want you to feel. I want my kids to see me do it, and like, you know, all my kids are in entertainment in one way or the other. You know, Riley's on TV right now. She's going back to school. Kayla, she does television production, my bonus daughter. Blaze, she can sing. Blaze is only 6 and she has a big voice. So I know she always tells me, Mommy, I'm gonna be like you when I grow up. And then Ace, he's already acting and he's in TV shows already. So, I want them all to realize like, okay, this is part of life. You're gonna go through stuff but even when you're going through something, you gotta show up for yourself if you don't show up for nobody else, right?
Right. I mean, what's the alternative?
Yeah.
Sit at home?
I'm definitely not gonna sit at home and fall apart. That's not gonna happen.
Joey Fatone.
Yes, Joey, that's my boy.
God.
So when I found out, that I was gonna be doing it, and he reached out to me, and he was just like, hey, just want to, wish you luck, and we have our little banter online or whatever. We DM each other stuff. He's always, since back in the day when I worked with NSYNC and I was just writing for them, they always were a pleasure to be around, just good energy.
Yeah, he's so
and
sweet.
every time that I see him since years later, it's always been good energy, a lot of love, and I appreciate that about him. I wish we could have done it together.
I don't know
That
that
would
the
have been the ultimate, best.
Do you think the stage could handle the two of you together, though? That's like almost too much.
I don't know.
Awesomeness in one
Hey,
space.
maybe one day, you never know.